That is a Russian Cold War bunker. On the road again. Welcome to the World War II History Hunter, and at the end of this road there is something pretty spectacular. We want to share that with you today. That is the entrance gate for a very special Cold War Russian location. We are here and we want to share something really special with you, which is in the forest here. So join us and let's go out and find the path together right now. We do the research, we travel, and we go out and find pretty cool locations for you to enjoy and learn from. Right here today, I think you're going to enjoy this little walkabout. The Russians came here after the war. They wanted to extend their grip on East Germany, and they were here all the way to the beginning of the 1990s. And you can find traces of their activity all over this massive forest area. So first we're going to see if we can find some of the barrack areas, and then we're on the hunt for some really serious underground activity. So Eagle Eyes, which direction to go?
I think it was this way.
This way and to the right?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, let's do that. This place is humongously big, and you have to actually be aware of where you are, because they are often so big that you really can't find your way around the place. So this is going to be exciting to see what they left here, or what is still here. The Soviets had so many different camps around in Germany that it's unbelievable. They had, let's say, it was around 130 camps just for rockets, for the missile systems they put all over Eastern Germany. Think about that, 130 rocket missile locations. That is pretty wild. Let's go and check this out first. This is some of the barrack situation around here. This is where the Russian soldiers would stay and live, and there are dozens of them around here. And you look at that, you have to be very careful so you don't fall down into one of these holes. Every one of these buildings are abandoned, and you can see they're just empty shells. There's nothing here. It's just an empty little building, but some of them have beautiful murals, drawings, all kinds of things inside. But this is not the one. We have to go around the other side, otherwise we won't be able to get in there. Okay? So, guys, you're now inside a Russian Red Army barrack. And boy, oh boy, has this place been totally ripped apart. There's not even floors here, Eagle Eyes. Can you see that? Yep. There is nothing. Let's check over here. At least we can walk on the floor here. You can even see some tiles there. But what on God's name happened here? Did they take the tiles as well, and the wooden floor, whatever was here? That is insane. Never seen so much devastation. Okay, there were rooms here. They are separated, but holy moly, there is absolutely nothing. Do you see some Soviet newspapers, Eagle Eyes? Because sometimes on the wall they have put wallpaper on top of newspapers, and we find newspaper with like 1984, 85, 87 or something like that. And you can see how many layers of paint once was here. It's just green and gray and yellow and whatnot. And the Russians, they use crazy colors, absolutely wild color schemes. All right, I think we have enough of this, and let's go out. They are very coarsely or rough built. They're not like German World War II barrack and all of that. They're very roughly made. I can see a much larger structure over there, Eagle Eye. Shall we check that out? Yeah, let's go over there. Looks like a huge hall or something. And there are some foundations for more barracks around we can see, but most likely they have been torn down. And you can see once upon a time this was a beautiful road into the camp. Today, there's nothing here. It's just road, leaf falling, and trees telling us what happened here. Oh, that's a cool one. Let's go over to that one. This is the mess hall. Eagle Eyes found that. Little green frog there. And you can see why is it the mess hall? That's because there's a lot of tiles and stuff. And we think that the Russians served the food in and out of these openings, and maybe that was for the officers, and this larger area here was for the regular soldier. We don't know. But it's definitely a mess hall with all the tiles. All right, Eli, let's go out and find the next one. Wow, pretty exciting. Little walkabout here. Now, this is a huge building. Did you see there, Bunker.But over there? To the right is a massive building. But we can go into this one. Check that out. But we're not actually here just for the barrack, guys, or the structures here. We are looking for something very special, which is deep, deep underground. There's a massive building there as well. Can you imagine Ivan and all of these Russian dudes running about here? This nice little yard, and everything is clean and, you know, made to look well for the high-ranking officers. So, are you ready? Let's go inside this one. Here we are. This one has got several floors, it seems. There is so much graffiti. It's like, that's a toilet, Eagle Eyes, isn't it? A Soviet toilet. They're sitting. What is that? Oh, it's a cinema or a theater. And there's a lot of uniform pieces laying around. Can you see that? There's a trouser. This is actually a movie theater or some kind. And this is the foundation for what was probably on top, like a set of chairs everywhere. And right there is a uniform piece. Everywhere there are uniform pieces from the Soviets. And this is what is left of their Pride and Honor movie hall, theater hall. See here, guys? It's a Soviet work trouser right there. And we also found trousers and things with insignia and buttons, gold buttons and plastic buttons. And once upon a time, the mighty Soviet war machine, don't walk on them, could fall down, was here. And they had such a huge camp that they had this theater. That is crazy. I wonder what kind of plays or movies they show here. Most likely propaganda. Wow. Never thought I'd see this in the middle of a forest, huh? This is crazy. A movie theater, middle of the forest. The Red Army was definitely here. That, my friend, is a German World War II S-mine display, and we create and give them away to our patron team members. This is a German Soldatenheim little shadow box. This is a 9mm munition box. Everything here is original. These are artifacts from the Second World War, and we give them away to our patron team members. If you want to check out how to become a patron team member, there's a link here in the video description where it says more. Just click that, then you click the link for the patron, and then you'll see how you can become a patron team member, and you will in the end up with something absolutely spectacular, some small artifacts from the Second World War, and we will share history in a very special way together. Oh, there's a stairway going up here from the theater, and it's in concrete, so most likely that will hold our weight. Hope we don't fall down. Uh-oh. Doesn't sound good. There's a little electronic box. Be careful, Elias, okay? There's a wooden door, actually still there. Just look down so you don't step into a hole or something. It's concrete, everything. Wonder what they had here. And as you come through here, you can see another huge thing. And there's so many truck tires around. I think that must be from the Russians. The huge vehicles they had here. Because they needed to transport stuff back and forth here. Okay, so you can't get that way. All right, graffiti everywhere. But pretty interesting place actually. This place started with just about 500-600 guys. And then it grew. How do we get in there, Eagle Eyes? That is probably another entrance. All right, we're going down, Eagle Eyes. Seems that there is a basement as well. Basements are exciting. We found a lot of stuff from that time frame in the basements, but oh, okay, this is the way. There is something in here. No, that's up to the movie theater. Why is that trench there going out to the movie theater? That is strange. Yeah, maybe they had cables and stuff there. It's like when you see these structures, you can't stop thinking about how much wasted money and energy and resources there was because nothing happened. Nothing happened between the East and the West. But the East Germany and West Germany and its allies, they spent billions and billions and billions of, well, let's just call it euros or dollars. But they never actually needed it. But they spent it to kind of prepare for the worst, you know, Holocaust and all of that. But this is a proof of that. There's nothing here that was ever used for anything whatsoever. That is pretty crazy to think that all of these billions of pounds, dollars, or euros, whatever, they were never for a specific use. They just spent them, and then in the beginning of the 90s, the Russians retreated from here, and they were just left, and they are still here. Yeah, another one, huge. This, oh, it's a sports hall. It's an athletic hall. That's going to be interesting to have a look inside. There is a basketball court here. That would be cool. Yeah, let's see if we can go inside and check that out. Let's see. Again, they even ripped out. They ripped out the floors and everything. Holy shiz. Are you seeing this, guys? They ripped out everything, and I mean everything. There was probably a wooden floor here once, especially designed to be able to play basketball on, and you can see that's where you can see that. What the heck? Be careful here, guys. What's going on? What the heck is that for? Huge pits here. What do you think they are, Eagle Eyes? Huh? And they have these steel things. Maybe there's a tribune here where people sat.
And why will it be a big asshole?
I don't know. And that's the proof that they played basketball here. And you can see all the graffiti artists has been here. And I wondered if that was the grandstand right up here. So you can sit and watch your team. So why did they play basketball if they hated the West so much, huh? Isn't that strange? There's a room here. Tiny little something. What is that then? Is this like a guard position or something? What? Is that a prison? But did they actually store something important in there? Huh. Tiny little room with a steel fenced door and some shelves. Maybe the keys for the missiles were here. All right, let's continue the hunt for the buried bunker. Oh, that's the bunker doors. It's here. It's, yeah, it's here. That's the bunker openings. They are thoroughly shut. And I mean thoroughly shut. And that's just one of them. You see this massive build they did here? That is pretty awesome. But it actually looks like the missile site. Yes, it looks like the Vega missile site bunkers actually. So they shut the door with that huge pile, but we are not surrendering yet because we are going to do something around this area to see if we can figure out how or where these exits and entrance for the emergency things are. That's a massively fortified bunker, completely sealed off it seems like. So, but let's have a peek around. Got something here. Bunker.But found that. Something in the middle of the forest. Okay, we are gonna continue on the ridge of this bunker and see if we can see something else on the other side there. So standing here, seeing that thing, it's over 150 meters long. That means there was something substantial inside. We didn't find it, did we? Wow! Eagle Eyes just spotted something. Look at that, Eagle Eyes.
It's open.
It is open. That looks very, very exciting. This is another bunker. We don't know exactly what this bunker is for, but you can see we walked from all over there to the end of the bunker here. And that is at least 150 meters, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe longer or further. Yeah, let's have a look inside here because that looks pretty exciting. There we are. Looks like something is open here. And that again, that drawing there looks pretty cool. First time I've ever saw a cool drawing on that. This is for, I'm not sure what it is, but we are going in no matter what. Okay, I do see half the bunker is open, and that is because this is a typical Russian aircraft bunker. And somehow they installed it here. And you have ventilation, whatever was here. You have even more ventilation. Why so much ventilation in here? Is this supplying some kind of stuff to the other bunker? Oh, this is half a room of it. Smells like fuel. Why so much ventilation here? I don't want to touch that, probably asbestos. Then, boom. A pretty hefty door here. See that? Is that movable? Yeah, easily. Okay.
But somebody will have that.
This is not the bunker we are looking for. Somebody made a little drawing of a tank there. Yeah, this is an aircraft shelter bunker actually, which they converted to something else. Who knows what was in here? And you can actually see the Russian writing right there. Probably says open and close. Yeah, the same there. Russian writing. And there's some kind of valve coming in here. My guess is storage, because they could probably. No, they didn't come in from that side. Very strange. Very strange, but what a cool bunker to see. It's not that easy to see, guys, but up there is the original Cold War barbed fencing wire. You see there? It's here, everywhere. And on the outside, there's a wall with another fence, and on the outside of that again is another barbed wire fencing system. So something really important took place there, but I really can't tell you what it was because I don't know. That is something Bunker.But found.
Something
that
Russian.
is crazy. What is that?
A light.
878. Is that a light bulb? Looks weird.
Weird.
Looks very weird. Very strange. If anybody knows what that is, let us know in the comments. Something here. Like a huge powerhouse for electricity, we think. Huh. What is that? Okay. This is shut by welding. There's no entrance here, that's been shut. The door was actually open. Yeah, this is electricity building where electricity come ein und aus here, and all the way up there, that's where the cables came in, and then could take the cables to the ground.